we do it. Where you catch us that we be in that pulpit. Always catch a vibe, we a movement. You should just subscribe because we too lit. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, watch them scream out, ah, yeah.
Every time we do this, we crank it up. Let the fun begin.
Let the fun begin.
It's the Pulpit Podcast, baby. Season 4. Episode 110. What the business is. It's that man with the plan, Big Cab. And that's Cuz with the buzz, Big Poe. And you know we got that food for your soul. For sure. And you know we got to do a disclaimer. We in the business of rattling cages and rattling feathers, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we shake them up, you know what I mean? We want to shake up. Like last week's topic about, you know what I'm saying, the stepson. You're going to have people with some very, very strong opinions about what we didn't talk about, and I'm saying our opinion, our perspectives was totally different, but that's what we want.
Yeah. That's what we want.
We want you to challenge that. We want you to engage, you know what I'm saying? Because if we're adults and we're mature, we should be able to have a conversation about it without anybody getting their feelings, because it's all about perspective and respect. So without further ado, the Pulpit Podcast is not a gospel for religious podcast.
Say it once more.
I said, you know, I got to do it. I said, the Pulpit Podcast is not a gospel for religious podcast, but we are bringing the gospel in the form of information straight like that. And y'all know, this podcast is based on the foundation of positivity, motivation, inspiration, and most importantly, love. So we don't do anything without a weekly affirmation, and I got some short, brief, and sweet.
Message.
Don't let someone dim your light simply because it's shining in their eyes.
Woo. I'm going to blind you.
I'm going to blind you. It's radiant around here, baby.
You might want to stop what you're doing, because that you might run into something.
I'm all about it. I got that Goku energy. You know what I'm saying? You see a big ass aura, my aura Super Saiyan around here. So if you ain't a Super Saiyan, you can't ride out with your boy.
Now, when you got that glow,
you
feel the beat.
Hey, y'all don't know about that? Check it out, Last Dragon.
Got to glow.
You need to glow. Taking it back, boy. I'm telling you, classic. That's a classic movie. All right, so we got to talk about Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Pop Out concert on Juneteenth. Hey. Did you check it out?
I haven't watched the whole show. I've caught clips of different cast performances or whatnot. But at the same time, just putting together a concert in Cali, all Cali folks out there. I mean, as far as the performers, the DJs, representing a huge city. Sometimes like we get things misconstrued. Like really, I think everybody was from LA.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Like you can't even just say Cali.
It was LA.
It's like LA. all these folks are from different sectors of LA.
Yeah.
So no, it was a good showing, man. It was great performances.
Say that.
And like just bringing guys from different sets together. Not even just
that's the masterpiece in
the
itself.
Crip and Blood, but like you do have Crips that go against Crips.
Bloods that don't with blood.
Yeah,
exactly.
So you're having all these multiple sets coming together.
There's division everywhere.
Yeah, it's all serious. And you bring everybody together. Nah, that's a beautiful thing, and it shows that he's really a part of the culture.
He's part of the culture.
But like when people thought throwing out the jabs at Drake, like they were trying to think that he was saying something about him being, biracial or whatnot.
Nah, he was saying you're not really in in these streets. You're not locked in with the people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're not locked in.
So like he's showing that like he's locked in with the people. Yeah. And like he put this together and there was no shenanigans.
No shenanigans. Nobody died. Mishaps. Yeah.
Because like I said, like you got all these different sets.
You think something gonna jump off.
It was guns down. We pounding out, hugging each other.
It was a mutual respect for this.
When you see Big Hit hanging out with Tyler the Creator.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't even think something.
It was bridging gaps too.
Yeah,
though.
you know, you got this OG that spent most of his life in prison. Out in the streets rapping with his son, who's like, you know, the hottest producer out there.
Mm-hmm.
With Tyler Creator, who's probably one of the most creative artists out there.
Definitely one of them.
And they just sitting vibing, hanging out it was a beautiful thing. I love what Kendrick is doing. He's having
a great year,
a hot man summer.
Yeah,
a hot man, grown hot man summer. Like just doing some grown man stuff, and people are embracing it and seeing. Like, you don't have to roll with the system. You don't have to roll with the machine.
You don't got to be a copycat.
You can be yourself. Copies. You can be who you are thoroughly, and people will
gravitate. They'll gravitate
to it, man.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say this. You know, we rock with Kendrick around here. You feel me? So that's that's don't need to be said. But I'm gonna just talk about the artistry and the MCing. Y'all watch so many concerts where the artist is rapping and the track is playing in the back, and he's only rapping half the time or most just lip singing or whatever it is, right? Real MCs don't need a backtrack.
No.
They have a person who might catch the emphasis words, you know what I'm saying, when you're running out of breath to keep the thing going strong, or they do it themselves. Kendrick didn't have a backtrack on any of the songs he did, and he did a plethora of songs. I'm talking about, and it's a lot of breath control, you know what I'm saying, and the way Kendrick raps on some of these songs, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, that got my brow up just like, hey, this dude is...
Yeah, he's a special dude.
He is special. Like, really, really embrace what you're seeing and give props and praise to what you're seeing. Beyond all the other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Beyond the Drake battle and everything, I'm talking about the artistry of what he does and how he presents his projects. Hey, he on a whole nother level.
Man.
And that brings me to my point. Charlamagne says that Kendrick is now the king of hip hop. I would say yes. And the reason is, and I love what Charlamagne said about it, he was like, I'm not talking album sales, I'm not talking Billboard charts, I'm not talking popularity, which is the key thing the Drake fans always want to, well, he ain't gonna sell as much as Drake, or he ain't did this. You're on a popularity thing. We're on some deeper shit where we're talking about being locked in with the culture. You know, hip hop, we're talking about lyrics, we're talking about concepts, we're talking about beats, production, projects, album to album. He is super dope. I'm gonna say this. I really don't goat people or king people. Yeah, I feel
well, he's doing some king shit. He is definitely doing some king shit.
Snoop Dogg said it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Snoop Dogg said it, so I'm gonna be right behind Snoop Dogg.
You know, he got the West Coast like getting real active. So like for me, it's almost to say a king. Now he is a king. He is a king, but saying the king
of something, yeah.
Hip hop is, you got to understand how vast and all the subgenres of the hip hop.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
I think if you looked at it on a global scale, this man is having sold out tours.
No. He's
doing it the way he does it. So he's like a Tyler the Creator, creatively type individual.
Yeah.
He can make a radio song like Drake. So when you really think about it, well, hip hop embodies all these different chambers, and he has them all in one person. Most people only have like one or two things, you know what I'm saying? And that's their specialty or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? Like Tyler the Creator, he caters to his audience. You know what I'm saying? Got his audience. You know, so you ain't gonna really hear too many Tyler Creator songs on the radio.
I mean, certain ones. But the thing I'm gonna say is, I don't want to crown nobody when they still doing their thing.
I get you.
A lot of times, like we go, if you go by history, it wasn't like dudes was going around saying, I'm King Arthur, this and this and that.
He didn't call himself that, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was from what he did. He did it, you know, lived his life, did whenever war he went through, and people crowned him king after he had passed on. And it was like, and then
I'm not sure about that. I think they call him King White. In the movies I've seen, I think he called him King. That's a movie. But I'm saying, I don't know. I think he's called King because that's his title.
It's a movie. It's storytelling.
But I'm just saying, though, most people, if you're going to use
the person in charge.
But I'm saying, if you're going to use that analogy, most knights and people that they do get crowned king while they're living. So I can't really G with you on that one because I watch the Game of Thrones, and I'm telling you, they're kings and princes before they die. That's what I'm saying.
But that's through family lineage. You can be a king on what you stand on and what you do and how you bring the people together. You can do it on different levels. That's why I'm like, I'm not going to just crown somebody a king because it's some things Jesus did.
But I'm saying when you said it, I get if you saying it's your personal opinion that I'm not going to crown nobody, right? Because it's a personal thing. But what you said was you can't crown anybody while doing what they're doing.
What I'm saying, didn't nobody call him the king Jesus when he was out doing his thing? Didn't nobody call him a king until after what he done and nobody seen that he could do, that nobody could do what he did? That's when they call him Christ the King. They didn't call him Christ the King when he was out there doing what he was doing.
I mean, that'd probably be a good analogy. I mean, I don't know. Jesus Christ. I really don't. I mean, that's a wild one. But I mean, yeah, I can see that.
They didn't call him King Jesus Christ. They call that Jesus.
But there's a lot of people who've been anointed as kings while they're living. That's not my point. I'm just saying
it has been, but it's because of their lineage.
Matter of fact, when you call the king of New York, it's not about lineage. So I'm saying when you're saying that, you just can't say it's just because. If that's your basis for why you don't do it,
you're the king of any part of.
But I'm not. They're not saying it. I'm not saying I don't have to self-proclaim it. These are people, the public, calling it the king, right? So I'm saying Jay-Z was called what? The king of New York.
Whoever said that?
Oh, come on, bro. Stop it. They had a battle of Nas or Jay-Z, who's the king of New York, or 50 Cent, the king of New York. They wasn't calling themselves the king of New York. After they got called that, they called them that. Nobody called them that.
People that.
That's the public. That's what I'm saying. You're anointed. You don't call yourself that. It's just like you don't big yourself up. You let people do it. Like you put an album out there if it's a classic.
The only person that calls himself that is LeBron James.
The king. But my point is, you were saying that you can't be a king while still living, doing what you do.
I didn't say you can't be a king.
But I'm just saying, though, people anoint you as king. So like Charlamagne, if he say he feels like he's king of hip hop.
Charlamagne's thing. Let him, if he wants to say that, cool. I'm not going to call anybody the king of a whole genre.
I got you.
I can't stand on that. I'm not going to say, I've never said Jay-Z's the king of New York. I've never said Jay-Z's the king of rap. I've said I love Jay-Z's music.
That's okay. That's real.
I just can't, because it's so much that goes into it, and it's also putting unwanted pressure on somebody that's just doing them.
All right, we compete. You be the top. When you at that level, you compete to be the best. I'm just being honest. Any basketball player, I like any basketball player. But I'm saying it's the same thing. Anything that you have a skill set in and you deem to be the best, you're going to get comparisons to other people.
I'll take Scarface, for example. People used to say he's the king of the South. He never called himself the king of the South.
But why did they call him the king of the South?
Because people loved him.
No, because he was killing. He was doing. The Ghetto Boys was legendary.
But people love him, and people. As soon as somebody said they the king of the South, he said, "Run with it, partner." That's what a king thinks.
But he already know. But I'm saying, me to tell you to run with it and think you are when I already know, I ain't got to big myself up. I've already been anointed by the best thing you could the best thing you could happen is be anointed by the people. Then nobody can't say nothing. Now, if you say I'm the prince of anything and you claim yourself you're a prince, nah, man, you can't call yourself nothing like that. You can't call yourself the GOAT. Just like LeBron, you can't call yourself the GOAT. Public perception has to call you the GOAT.
Now, his mama called him King James, and
King James.
He was saying he was King James.
Well, I'm gonna say this though.
His second season.
I will G for LeBron. He has chosen one on his back since he's been a kid.
No, he stepped up. No, he's done his thing, and he does king shit. Yeah.
And he does king shit. So I'm like, there could be multiple kings. Like I said, if you go to the Game of Thrones, there are multiple kings and princes from different sections. It's not just one. It's multiple, but you can still be the king. So I mean, I look at that from what Charlamagne said. As far as hey, he missing out. That's a whole nother story.
I'm Lord of the Rings.
I'm having a Game of Thrones podcast without this nigga. I was playing, but anyway,
you can.
Just I'm saying, Charlamagne, if we're talking about right now, and if you are going to give somebody the king status of hip hop, I think Kendrick has that. That's what I'll say. If you're going to give that. So I would say.
I wouldn't even want to be the king of hip hop because it's also embracing like genres and stuff you don't fool with. Like just be the king of who you are. I'd rather be now. I like what Snoop said. He's the king of the West Coast, and
So my thing is, so somebody else can say
that's different because that's centralized. That's where you come from.
But then somebody else could say, just because you had a pop-out concert don't make you the king of the West Coast. What makes you the king of the West Coast?
Somebody can say that.
But I'm just saying, though, so you are anointed. So Snoop anointed him because Snoop was the ambassador pretty much.
Yeah.
It's an OG. So you get anointed. It's just like just like knights. You get anointed, you know what I'm saying?
But you keep bringing up Charlamagne.
Because that's who said it.
It would be different if
I'm saying that's his point, and we're talking about his point though. Charlamagne is a a social media or influencer of an idea. He put it out there, and I'm just talking about it.
If a Jay-Z, if a Nas, if a Rakim came out and said, "Yo, what, Kendrick, that's the king of hip hop," then I'd be like, okay, that'll give me some thought. Charlamagne is looking for content that just coming from him.
But that's what I'm saying. He threw it out there after the show. So that's why we're talking about it. I didn't say Charlamagne was the God and he had to be the all be all, you know what I'm saying, of what are we talking about here? Charlamagne just had a thought, and I said we're gonna have a talk about it. Give context to it if you think so or not. Simple as that.
Hey, dude's having a good summer. He's having a great summer.
That, bro.
I have no problem. I'm not crowning anybody. I don't do that.
Okay, so that's your thing. So my thing is, for me, my perspective is we do this all the time. We give out GOAT titles. We give out who's the best MC. We was just literally talking about J. Cole being the best at being an MC right now. That is the same thing as being a king or a GOAT or anything. We give out labels based on the product or what a person is doing. Period. He messed that up. Were we not on the podcast at least about a month or two ago saying that J. Cole might be?
Before all this stuff jumped off back in
Okay, so that's my
February.
point. We always give labels to people from what they're putting out, the product, they killing it, they doing something. That's what he's doing. And I say, if you're going to be okay with giving a title currently, because it's always evolving, it's fluid, like Stephen A. Smith says. It's fluid. It could change next year. But currently, I would say Kendrick is. But we'll go ahead.
He is the man.
You know what I'm saying? That's my point. I think that's what Charlamagne was saying on his point. Like, hey,
he's the man.
I'm really looking at it right now. Who's running hip hop? So, you know what I'm saying? It's just that. But I get what you're saying as well, too, because it can't be a king of all things, you know what I'm saying? Because like you said, a lot of people are kings and queens in their own realms, you know what I'm saying? Period. So I get that as well. All right, we're going to go to the next thing.
Whoa.
So I just seen that the Supreme Court upholds a federal law that prevents people who are subject to domestic violence restraining orders from having firearms.
That's crazy.
And I just killed that net.
I think if somebody has to put a restraining order on somebody, they should be evaluated.
Mm-hmm.
There should be a mental evaluation, and then they should be given all the rules. License holder, home, gun, because just when you have to deal with somebody who has some serious issues on top of that, they should be able to protect themselves.
Man.
It don't have to even be like, okay, you done beat me up. I'm a scoring person. Yeah. I'm going to get a gun. I'm going to kill you. Like, no, there could be a person.
I want to protect myself.
I'm protecting myself because you are a nut. And if you show up in my yard again, if you show up in front of my house, I'm going to blam you. Blam. Like Nichols did the judge.
blam till they fall. Okay, so my thing is this. If you're going to do that, right? If you're going to have this law put in effect, I want all domestic violence offenders put on some type of registry. Like, you have to register as a domestic violence offender, and the whole world got to know that you beat up women or men. Then that's either way, because domestic violence goes both ways. I know it's not seen as much on the man's side, but it definitely happens. So you got to register. And then your job knows that, matter of fact,
your job's going to know, period. They do background checks.
That's what I'm saying. So your job's going to know that. Your neighbor's going to know that. when you go to get a car, and it affects you. Yeah. I guarantee you people would think a little bit differently about hitting on people if they knew it was going to affect their way of life. You know what I'm saying? And that's truly affecting your way of life. If you can't get a car because you're domestic violence, you know what I'm saying, or it looks bad and knocks some points off, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever it may be, or you can't get a job because they're like, hey, we got a law, you know what I'm saying, a rule that we don't hire domestic violent offenders. Then what happens? I guarantee a lot of motherfuckers keep their hands to themselves. I bet they do find another way of conflict resolution. I bet they do.
And so this bill has actually been implemented.
That's what it says.
Certain states or
no, it just said the Supreme Court. So it must have already been out there. It said it upholds. So somebody had an appeal trying to get it overturned, and they upheld it, or upheld it, I should say.
Upheld it.
Yeah.
It's sad. and you really setting people up for failure. And something I seen the other day, I seen a gentleman in court, you know, especially after the dude who did the Zoom call while he was driving. So all kind of different court hearing videos is coming up in my feed now from watching that, where it was a domestic violence guy. He was taking a plea. And he's going to do 2 years. The judge, I guess he tried to go to a different judge, and when he appeared in her court, she's like, nah, I don't do the pleas. 10 years. You've had multiple domestic violence issues going on.
Right.
Why should I give you 2 years? And the way he looked like hang on, I said 2. She's like, nah, I'm giving you 10. Now, I'll give you, you know, you've been locked up so much time. I'll take that off. Nah, I'm giving you 10. You put your hands on people. No.
Hey, for real. I mean, like I said,
lock your ass up.
Like I said, I've said this so many times. If we ever just cracked down and was really, really hard on folks for the crimes that they do, I guarantee you would send a ripple effect for people to get their shit right. Hey, you rape somebody. Oh, guess what? You get raped. Like I'm saying, like
they probably like it.
I mean, I don't know. I think some people they like raping a woman, but let's say a man rape you, then they hold you down. Like I don't think you're gonna like that if you know what I'm saying. I don't know. I ain't getting into that, but I'm just saying, like,
sick fucks,
if we'll take another one since Bo took it to a whole nother place. If you steal something and you steal something, you get your hand chopped off like in other countries. I guarantee you, motherfucker won't steal that much. I like my hand. I just thought I could get away with something real quick. You feel me? Like if these simple crimes, like take it back to Bible times almost. You know what I'm saying? Biblical times, hey, you got stoned to death for doing stuff. It wasn't no trial and you get to sit in jail and use all the taxpayers' money. Nah, if you did something deemable to death, they stoned you. The public stoned you, matter of fact.
I don't know why people thought stoning was just like a casual thing. Like you just got hit with rocks when you was a kid. Stoning is brutal.
It's brutal. Just imagine you just sitting there just taking big rocks. And sitting there. I'm saying the person just sitting there. I'm saying they literally in front of them and everybody's just throwing big ass rocks and bricks and you getting hit. And you get hit with some of them things and get to being dizzy and they just keep throwing them till you die. And you're basically feeling all this pain while living.
But a lot of times it wasn't just sitting there. It was like you walking through the town, getting stoned by everybody.
Whatever it is. And but I mean, most of the time, like, you know.
And you got to keep walking or they're going to just drag your dead ass. Yeah,
but you get the point. Yeah. You didn't want to be that example of that person getting done because it was so brutal that it made you rethink it. And that's what we don't have now. It's just like everything else in life. When people know that the discipline is not going to be that extreme, they will take their chances to get away with shit. That's the American dream, I guess.
I'll be out by the weekend.
Yeah. I'll be out by my attorney gonna get me out. You know what I'm saying? I'll be out on bond. I know the court system. I only did this, you know what I'm saying? Paid my little bond out, you know what I'm saying? This money and I'm out. And I'm back doing what I do. That's messed up when you think about it. It's so ass backwards, and they wonder why we have all these, why crime is at an all-time high, why we have these mass shootings. Y'all literally will make, matter of fact, it was another mass shooting just happened, I think, in Arkansas, I want to say, you know, rest in peace to everyone who passed. I think it was like 3 killed or whatever. But this is another thing I'm talking about. People with psychiatric evaluations who've had them in their life, where they're crazy or should have them, or they have these type of qualities and behaviors that show, hey, maybe somebody needs to check out and see what trauma, you know what I'm saying, got them acting like that. They're not acting like a normal person. We don't take the time to put no energy into those type of people, and this is what happens. This person just gets up and just shoots people at the grocery store for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you understand how off you have to be in your head to say, today is the day I'm going to go to the Piggly Wiggly and just shoot up everybody? Do you understand? Like, really, really get into that. Like,
you can't understand it because.
But I'm just saying how crazy you would have to be, like your normal day, just to get up to say, I'm going to load this gun and I'm going to go into a school, I'm going to go into a store, or a church, and I'm shooting up everybody.
Yeah, they are sick fucks.
But people see that they're sick fucks and do nothing about it, and then they get released into society, and then this shit happens. It's crazy. For real. So we're going to go ahead and get into something else, though. Bo. Yeah. Who's the funniest TV dad in your opinion?
The funniest TV dad.
Funniest TV dad.
Actual just funny. I'm going with Pops. Pops. Hang on, I can't even.
It's like this. My love go bang, bang, bang.
Yiggity. Hey, now Pops, that's what makes me still watch the Wayans brothers. Just I prefer him over the actual Wayans brothers.
Facts.
He is Pops is, even though you got to throw Pops in Friday too.
Oh, definitely.
He was basically playing the same role. He was playing the same role. Hey man, that scene, the opening scene on Friday.
The first Friday when he talking about
every time I come in the kitchen,
you in the goddamn kitchen.
In the refrigerator.
Eating up all the pig's feet.
Pigs. You ate my dinner. He got emotional. You ate my dinner.
The hog's maws. I like pig's feet.
Man. Straight hilarious.
I like the whole fact of the whole Friday thing. He's like a real, like, you could feel the realism of a father. You know what I'm saying? He sound like my dad. For example, Ice Cube said, hey, we ain't got no milk for this. He said, you better put some water on to eat that shit. That's what my dad would say to me. That's what my dad. He wouldn't cuss at me, but he probably would say, you better eat that. Yeah, his dad would. My dad
would have said, motherfucker, eat that shit. That's what my dad, I'm pretty sure he did say that.
He probably has said that. His dad used to cuss us out just for sitting around. So I'm pretty sure, that probably was the language used behind some water cereal. I would say for me, now I went across the realms. I had the two, but I said, and Bo was like, no. After I came up with this one, he was like, yeah, that is the one. I'm going to go with Al Bundy.
Yeah.
Because I say Al Bundy was like the quintessential person who loves his children and kind of loves his wife, but he hates his job. He hates everything.
He had his life.
He hates his life until he gets to go bowling. He talks about his poke high. His joys are
7 touchdowns.
Yeah, 7 touchdowns and poke high.
Poke high.
His joys are his accomplishments and accolades. And when he gets to look at his Biggins magazine. Now, what's so crazy is he had a woman who was busty and peg, you know what I'm saying, and sexual.
He was tired of it.
But he must have been tired of beating that up because he couldn't stand the sight of sleeping with Peg. And everybody else, I just be like, Peg's not that bad.
I was like, hey, I get Peg.
I get Peg a run for his money, you know what I mean? And then, Marcy and Jefferson over there getting it in. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't take her down.
Hey, man, him in the shoe store, man, the way he used to kill them chicks, man.
There'd be them big ass feet. We having them canklets. Them cankles.
Man.
And time to fit in a size 6.
Al Bundy.
It was it was like a person going through midlife crisis as well. You know what I'm saying? The job he didn't want, you know what I'm saying? He hated his job every day. He comes home and he got his wife who's nagging and, you know what I'm saying? And he hates that. And his kids are degenerates pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much.
It's a different era. She's sitting at home while he work at the shoe store.
At a shoe store. I don't even know how they afford the house because nobody else in that family work, come to think of it.
You got to understand, it's a TV show.
It's a TV show.
It ain't real life.
But if you go back and watch, you know what I'm saying, a whole marathon of Married with Children, you will see what I'm talking about.
Man.
We would get some honorable mentions. We said Bernie Mac. Only reason I didn't say the Bernie Mac is because he wasn't really technically a real dad, you know what I'm saying? Because the kids got thrown on him by a sister, correct? So, but it was funny. The Bernie Mac show was funny how he treated them kids.
You got to throw, it's a few of them. You got to throw Bill Cosby in there. Still.
Yeah, you got to throw Bill Cosby in there.
The Cosby Show.
Cosby Show was funny.
Nah, he was a great father figure.
He was a great father figure.
But as far as straight comedic acting, and what they did and said, I gotta put Uncle Phil and Sanford up as far as like
Uncle Phil and Fred Sanford. I agree.
As far as like they're straight, but they could be straight face, and then they can be hilarious.
Yeah,
and
I agree with that.
Yeah, like now Uncle Phil got some scenes.
Uncle Phil got some emotional and funny scenes, which he's a dynamic father, very dynamic. Now we went to who had the most dynamic role as a father. I definitely think he takes that.
Uncle Phil, yeah.
Because his range, you know what I'm saying, of where he would go to and the levels he would go to with Will and Carlton and the rest of them, like, nah. He was that quintessential dad for real.
When you put that music on, Uncle Phil get to dance.
He can do his little boogie and whatnot.
He's like, hey, Uncle Phil.
Then I gotta say, you know, Damon Wayans, you know what I'm saying? My wife and my kids, hilarious.
Yeah, he was
hilarious. I really can't think of no other ones that really come to mind. If y'all know any more, you know what I'm saying, definitely let us know, you know. But Fred Sanford, you big dummy, he used to kill his son Lamont. He used to kill Lamont. And Fred Sanford was just hilarious all the way out through it. He was already a comedian, you know what I'm saying? Red Fox, if y'all don't know, you know what I'm saying? He's already a comedian, and he's putting this comedian, you know what I'm saying, mindset into an old junk man. And it's hilarious, man. My daddy put me up on that. My daddy put me up on Fred Sanford. That's what we grew up on. And that's another thing about it. If you think about it, most of the time nowadays, kids really don't watch the shows that their parents watch anymore. If you think about it.
Now,
we watched our parents' shows.
I was looking at Nick at Night, and they already got The Neighborhood on there, which I do like. I do like Said. Said and the one reason why I like him is because he has grown kids. So he's like the father of grown kids.
Okay.
It's different from having to deal with, you know, the little children. They getting their stuff. Like he's being a father of these grown men. I love Said on The Neighborhood.
Yeah, I can rock with that. I do like that. He do play a good character on there. All right, so then there's another thing I seen. So then we'll go ahead and get to some other stuff. And then I was like, the Chris Brown thing, right? So Chris Brown, he's back at it again. I say he's at it again because he was doing he's been doing it before. His little meet and greets, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, I think it's a great marketing thing, and it's a come up. But Bo, keeping it all the way 1,000. You've seen the type of pictures.
Yeah, I seen them.
Would you be okay with your woman, wife, girlfriend, whatever it may be, at the time, posing provocatively with him?
Hell yeah. I'll take the picture. Hell yeah. I will. Hey, you want me get on from behind?
He might be in some of that voyeurism shit.
No, I'm not in a voyeurism. I put it like this. Okay, you done spent this money for it. How often are you going to just walk up and meet one of your music, I ain't going to say idols, but like one of your favorite music artists? Have at it. Because I'm going to tell you what. Now, I know a lot of these women don't do it, but if I had a chance to take some pictures with Rihanna.
And do you think your woman, that would be the funny part, put it on the reverse side, do you think your woman would be okay with you being behind and having Rihanna bent over?
She better.
You delusional.
No, I'm not delusional. Because it's not like, now it'd be different if I got a whole heart on and sit you're like, hey, you're rapey. But
if an ass get on you, you ain't gotta be rapey.
You can have a pose and keep your stuff together. You ain't if you automatically just get a heart, like that's a creep right there. You know, like just stand there, take a picture.
That's a life function. But I'm like, they don't sit on me. Don't put your ass on me.
I've had to say that. Like,
I had to say, don't put your ass on me. I ain't trying to be creepy. He has a mind of his own, and I ain't trying to have him exposed right now.
Yeah, I've had that back up.
Yeah, exactly.
We're at work, and they even look at you like, what? I am a man.
That's what I'm saying. It's like that when you said that, I'm like, you ain't got to be creepy. If a woman puts her ass on you, it has a mind of its own. If you're a full-blooded man, and yeah.
But no, I'm not tripping on my girl taking pictures with Chris Brown. And on top of it, now I would trip and be like, okay, You done took this money out and then you ain't made your car payment. Bitch, what are you on?
Bitch.
I'm tripping on that. But if you stacked up your bread and you done paid to get a picture with Chris Brown, I'm all for it. Have fun. Take the most, because I know what? You coming home to me. That's where you coming home to.
Is she? Is she? Like, that's the question. Is she? That's the problem. And that leads me right into what I'm about to say. Is she? We already know how Chris Brown gets down.
Yeah.
So to engage in that and encourage that, you can't even be mad if he take her down. My thing is this. I would think I would want my woman, I don't even think I should have to say anything. I don't think I should have to be the voice opinion and tell her not to do it, right? If you respect me enough, if you did do it, you would make it where it's a PG type situation. You would be respectful. I don't even have to get involved with it. Because to me, I know if I was, like I said, if it was Lisa Ray, if it was Megan Good, if it was
Megan Good,
was my girl Laura London, and I said, hey, I want to have her bent over looking at the camera, you know what I'm saying? This is my dream girl, and this is my provocative picture. You ain't coming home. You're not getting in. Your clothes are outside when you get back. That's the conversation you're going to have. Most likely. It ain't going to be the same energy. So my thing is just keep that type of energy out of the situation so neither one of us have to go there.
The thing is, too, it's showing the difference between men and women on this tip. Like,
big time.
On this tip, if a man got a chance, if I got a chance to take a picture with Janet Jackson, I would not.
Control.
If she put her arm around me or gave me like just a regular human hug, beautiful. We take this picture.
That's what I'm saying. You can be a fan of the moment. Yeah,
most men are like that. Like even your nasty trash dude that'll take down anything.
He still would be okay with a side hug or just an embrace, whatever it may be.
These women, they get.
I think I seen a picture. She let the man grab her. I'm just being honest. Like
no.
And the dude, she let him have him grab her ass while he like this, holding up ass cheeks, and her legs all open on him. And you got a boyfriend? And matter of fact, they said one of the dudes I seen, he got rid of his girlfriend when she came back because he seen the pictures that she did, and I can't even blame him.
I mean, I don't knock it.
I can't blame you, G.
But that shows more the dynamic and the difference between men and women. Whereas like women always calling us pigs and this and that.
That's some pig shit.
But we still
some piglet shit.
We still got some type of cool.
Some couth.
It ain't like we taking a picture like bang, bang. No, we don't do that.
No, we don't do that.
Take a picture. But you get with your
y'all wilding out. I'm saying y'all wilding out. Y'all forget y'all got a whole husband. Y'all forget y'all got a half a boyfriend. Y'all totally forget. It's just like Usher. I'm looking at, perfect example. I always do this. Just like when your woman gets approached at a mall or, you know what I'm saying, whatever, right? I am not going to say nothing to the man. I am looking at how you handle the situation because men are going to be men. Men are going to holler. Men are going to spit game. They're going to try to see if they can get you to come. That is a man's job almost, you know what I'm saying, in life. Closed mouths don't get fed. I can't knock him. He don't know you got a man. I'm looking at what you do. When he gets too aggressive, do you shut the shit down? When I'm going to let you do it, matter of fact, but we'll have a talk later. But I'm going to let you handle it. You know how people want to try to jump in. Like you'll see women most times when a woman's getting too, you know what I'm saying, in their comfort zone or whatever, they want to jump in and want to fight the woman. Or, you know what I'm saying? And some men do it too. That ain't my style. Because why are you fighting the man? That man don't owe you shit. He don't know you. Your woman knows you, and she owes you that respect. So that's all I'm saying. I'm the type. I'm really let's see what you're gonna do. That shows a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? I just think it should be a mutual respect. Just like I know in my head, even though you said go ahead and do it, I know in my head that if I do this, I'm not gonna hear the end of it. And so I make a choice. Do I want to go home and have to go through all this just to have Rihanna bent over in a picture? Or do I want to take a nice picture with her, say I met Rihanna, came home, and I'm back to my loving wife? I think I'm going to take that option.
But if Rihanna wants to bend over, I mean, I'm not going to stop.
That's his, exactly. Bo going to take that chance. That's his girl right there. But yeah, y'all wilding out in them pics, but I seen the dude, yeah, he definitely got rid of his girl. She came back surprised. So yeah, you spit. And another thing is, like Bo said, it's better things to spend $1,000 on. That's all I'm gonna say. It'd be different if you went to the concert and you stood in line and he was giving free pictures.
Yeah.
To you to take $1,000 to let him grab your ass cheeks? Nah. That ain't gonna happen, baby. Not at all. All right, so we go to the sports.
Are we in sports already?
Oh, yeah. We did it. We got like 40 minutes in the show, so yeah, it's time for sports.
Oh, okay.
Just gotta say congratulations to the Boston Celtics. Congratulations to Jaylen Brown. MVP. Who seen that coming? Not too many.
No, Jay. Especially after when they got beat by Golden State.
I think Jayson Tatum coming back for a revenge tour. He was terrible.
But
in the finals anyway.
But the thing, you can tell that Jaylen Brown had worked on his game.
He's a dog.
But you could tell he can't dribble. Nah, he
worked on his handles. He worked on his handles tremendously. I know I used to kill him. He used to go in traffic and lose the ball all the time.
Yeah. He worked on his game.
Worked on his defense too.
And both sides. Yeah.
Both sides. Yeah, he was locking Luka up. He was making Luka turn him. He was turning him. That's what they call that defense. When I'm grabbing you up all the way up down the court, I keep turning you and turning you. You can't dribble in front of me.
Right.
That's defense.
Yeah. But props to Boston, man. They pulled it together. You know,
shout out to old man Al Horford, you know what I'm saying? 38 years, got his first champ.
One of my favorite players because I
love his mentality, temperament.
Since at Florida, I fell in love with that Florida team.
Mm-hmm. John Talon went on that one, was he?
Who?
He wasn't on that team, was he?
It was Joakim Noah.
That's who with Horford? Okay.
Who was a small forward? He played in the league.
Was it Brewer? Was Corey Brewer there?
Yeah, Corey Brewer.
Okay.
The guard was Green. Something Green.
Okay. I can't remember that whole team. I know the big men in the forward was the most.
But those I fell in love with that team early in their sophomore season because they all came in at the same time.
Okay.
But then they put it together. So I've been a fan of Al Horford for years. Mm-hmm. So yeah, props to Al Horford. I want to know what he's gonna do next. Is he done?
I think he's gonna go for one more. He probably go for, you know what I'm saying, a back-to-back. You at least gotta go for a back-to-back.
Yeah,
he'll have
one more.
A reduced role.
He's 38.
He'll have a reduced role.
Yeah.
He come off the bench, give you 10, 15 minutes. Hit a couple wide open threes, get some rebounds, lock in when it's time to play the finals. You know what I'm saying? They get back to the finals. But that remains to be seen. We got some moves that need to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Paul George is still up in the air. Does he stay a Clipper? Does he go to Philly? Does he go to the Knicks? Where does Klay Thompson go? Where does the Pacers are still on the table too. Where does Klay Thompson end up? Does he go back to loyalty? Does he says, hey, forget the loyalty. I'm going for money and years. And he goes to Orlando, who's probably giving him the most.
Well, the Pacers did go ahead and lock up Pascal.
Yeah, that was a good deal.
They snatched up Pascal.
Yeah.
Who's that? Corso, what's it?
From the Bulls.
Yeah, he got traded to
I can't think of his name, man.
Corso?
Is it Corso? I don't think it's Corso.
Caruso?
Caruso. Alex Caruso from the Bulls went to the Thunder for Josh Giddey. I
think that's a bad move.
I think it's a great trade. If you watch Josh Giddey and how in the playoffs he's ineffective because they were just leaving him to shoot. One thing I say like this, you can make a great career in regular season doing that thing because people don't play that type of defense, you know what I'm saying? And they don't home in on your weaknesses as much during the season. So you can have a great career. I'm not saying that, but when you're trying to get to those levels, it's people's weaknesses that are glaring, you know what I'm saying? And guarantee a coach is game planning for that. He's like, hey, just back a ball for me.
But you honestly think Caruso
can hit threes. Yes, he can. Yes.
Okay.
You must ain't been watching. you need to go watch what's it called. The perfect example, he is the reason why the Lakers are struggling. Because if the Lakers didn't get rid of Caruso and Caldwell Pope from
Pope,
they would have been winning championships. And that's facts because both of them can shoot 3-pointers, both of them can defend, they can bring the ball up. Man. Boy. And LeBron knows it too. He got rid of look at it. He got rid of Kuzma. You get rid of Lonzo Ball. You got rid of Alex Caruso.
Lonzo Ball ain't nothing though.
But I mean, he was. If you give him some time, who knows what that team could have been if you gave him some time to gel with you. figure it out. Hell, and he hurt now, you know what I'm saying? So I can't talk bad about Lonzo Ball, but when Lonzo Ball was playing, Lonzo Ball played defense.
Good,
he was hooping. With the Bulls that first season when he got to the Bulls, he was balling.
They was playoff Bulls.
They was playoff Bulls. And I hope Lonzo Ball do come back. Lonzo Ball, I hope he does come back. They said, he's looking good and he might be able to play basketball. I hope he does get back on the floor and be able to resume his career because I think he's still got a lot to do. What else we got?
As far as the NBA, well, the draft is coming up.
The draft is coming up.
And we don't know anybody.
I don't know anybody but Bronny.
Serious.
I don't know anybody but Bronny.
You don't know anybody in this draft.
And that's why Bronny, I guarantee that's probably why they told him to come out. This your best chance against the class that you're coming out with to get drafted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then we got to talk about JJ Redick. I didn't get to talk to you about that. JJ Redick is the coach of the Lakers.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
I think, now I don't know what Sam Cassell got going on.
Mm-hmm.
Sam could be happy
where he's at, yeah.
But I do think he deserved an interview.
Yeah.
Before
if he was in the chase.
But if he, I'm cool where I'm at.
Well, I would say this. From the coaches,
Redick,
from the coaches that they had, I could see them taking a stab at JJ Redick. They had like that Parego dude that's been in multiple things, Kenny Atkinson who been in a whole bunch of jobs and ain't did nothing. So why not give JJ Redick a shot? You know what I'm saying?
My only thing is if you coach, you coach. I
do want to see him coach the team.
I don't dig these guys who are analysts
who pop up and be coaches like that,
and then
like Jeff Saturday,
and then people want you to be a coach because you sound good commentating the game.
He knows the game though.
Who?
JJ Redick knows the game at the coach's level. At the coach's level though, level.
I'm pretty sure he does, but I need you to be in the trenches because you have to be in there. And are you a player coach? Are you the mean coach? Are you a Thibodeau?
Well, we gonna find out.
Are you a Steve Kerr? You don't know because you ain't been in the trenches.
But I guess you gotta look at the Lakers' history though. They just don't have a great history with coaches since Phil Jackson. I mean, everybody's like 1, 2, 3 and done from the last 5-10 years.
Yeah, man.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, being a coach of LeBron James is hard. I say this because if you're a Stern coach, the only way you're gonna be able to for him to take you serious, you gotta have championships behind it. He would listen to a Popovich. He don't even want to listen to Eric Spoelstra because at the time they wasn't champions yet. And they only had one championship. I think a multiple championship coach, when LeBron came there, only had one, I think. When Brian came there,
Spoelstra didn't have it though.
I think he had. Yeah,
no, Spoelstra. No, that was Pat Riley that got that shit.
Eric Spoelstra was the coach when they was at the Mavericks, bro. When they won against Shaq and them, there was Eric Spoelstra.
You sure that wasn't Pat Riley?
I'm pretty sure it's Eric Spoelstra. He got one championship and LeBron came in and thought he was going to change some stuff. Pat Riley ain't coaching forever, bro. He's the general manager. He's not a coach.
It was Stan Van Gundy. They fired Stan Van Gundy.
I'm pretty sure. I think it was Eric Spoelstra with D-Wade and Shaq. When they got the championship, I want to say it was Eric Spoelstra.
Nah, that was Pat Riley.
I don't remember no Pat Riley being a coach.
Eric Spoelstra was there.
Nah, I think Eric Spoelstra got that championship, G. I really do. But we'll see. I'll look it up. I could be wrong. But all I know is this. He wasn't listening to him. Eric Spoelstra is deemed as a great coach. That's my point. And the only coach I think he truly would listen to was a Phil Jackson type coach, a Popovich type coach. These coaches who have had multiple pro Hall of Famers underneath them. And he would be like, okay, I know you bring winners, you breed winners, so I'll listen to you. I think JJ Redick's going to have a hard time. If you're trying to tell LeBron James to come off the ball, get in the post at his 38, 39 years of age, and he ain't really did it consecutively all the time. Man. Good luck. Good luck.
I'm thinking about when he's gone. You know what I'm saying? You keep going through these coaches, man. You can't build a pedigree. You can't build a culture. And LeBron is gonna be gone.
Yeah, I give LeBron 2 years.
So the Lakers, like you just running through all these coaches. Yeah, don't have a culture whatsoever.
I think I would just want to know what is his motivation to stay playing? If you're not going to let the coach in a way to make the Lakers better and to challenge for a championship, why play? Yeah. You've done everything. You got the scoring record, you know what I'm saying? You're in the realms of the GOAT talk 1 and 2.
Yeah, I mean, done there.
Either one way, you got 4 championships. What more do you need to do? I know you want to play with your son. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's about to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers take Bronny at number 50. I think it's number 55. I think that's their pick.
I think he's gonna be gone.
I mean, I think they've already told him Bron wants him. You know, Bron runs the industry. So let's be honest, like what Bron wants, he gets pretty much. I'm pretty sure he already said it. You know, and any dude behind the scenes, he was like, I didn't tell anybody anything.
You keep living by these Frank Sinatra, I did it my way, and you got more L's in finals than
I think it hurts
got
his
chips.
legacy. I think it hurts his legacy.
Yeah.
But that's all. We'll have another discussion on that sometime. But I do. Matter of fact, I think that might be when I come back from vacation. I think that's what I want to talk about. Does LeBron James' longevity hurt his legacy? Good question. Yeah, I don't have a bop of the week. I ain't really seen nothing new.
Now that was last week when I said this week.
But I did. Have you heard the LL Cool J with Eminem Murdergram? It's not mixed. It's not matched, I should say. But L.
Nah, I hadn't heard that yet.
L's a problem. That's what I'm saying. Uncle L.
Nah, I've been bumping at LaRussell with Too Short.
Too Short?
Was it Give Me My Beat? I can't think of the name of the song, but now LaRussell, he's been putting out songs like weekly through Instagram and stuff.
All right now.
And no, I dig that.
That's what's up. If y'all got a bop of the week, let us know, because I don't have one. I really didn't see anything that moved me, that made me want to call it a bop of the week. So, you know, there we go. Anything else, Bo?
The Fever one again.
The Fever one again. But that's a whole nother story. I ain't gonna talk. Just sit back and sit back and watch greatness. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, because it looked like she's coming into her own. But I ain't even gonna bring it up. We'll just keep it. I watch the WNBA. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. Watch as a whole, because it's a great league. And I'll be watching. There's 3 games on today. Told you I got the league pass. I'll be watching. But you know, y'all be safe out there. It's a heat emergency out there for the world, pretty much.
Not for the world.
It seems like for the world, we got temperatures. Hell, they said in India it was 120 degrees.
Man.
Nigga, that's hell. That's hell on earth. 120 degrees?
Yeah, you can't do nothing.
You ain't gonna do shit.
Everybody just sit in your places.
They gotta shut down jobs. But hey, that's that global warming. And guess what? President told y'all about that, and y'all laughed at it and scoffed at him. Obama said it. Hey, y'all better stop taking this money. They want to take money to guns. We see what that's doing. Them guns gonna melt in this goddamn
man.
He's like, pew, pew, motherfucker gonna just melt. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's another discussion. Hey, but y'all just put your sunscreen on. If you're out and about, use caution, drink a lot of water.
I got melanin.
Hey, yeah, we got melanin. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell girls all the time, that's why I don't be outside. I don't need a tan. God bless me with one already, baby.
Hey, vitamin D, you can get some sunlight.
Hold up. Pause. But anyway, y'all be careful out there. Make sure you pay attention to the weather index, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of places that are really, really hot, and people do have heat exhaustion. People do have dehydration, and people can die from that. So definitely make sure y'all pay attention to that. And we're going to catch y'all on the next one. Yep.